Saturday, February 27th, the Honda Center in Anaheim, California, Showtime Boxing hits us with a main event. The WBA Super World Featherweight title is on the line as champion Leo Santa Cruz faces Spain's Kiko Martinez. There's boxing everywhere this weekend, but we've got our own Ray Flores on the ground at the Honda Center. He's coming from the weigh-ins. Both Santa Cruz and Martinez made weight for their featherweight bout, making it official. Ray's going to set the scene for us. Ray, what was it like out there?
Well, Miguel, there's a lot of anticipation for this fight. Leo Santa Cruz is a fan favorite in Southern California, colliding against Kiko Martinez, who looks in fantastic shape. Interesting development, Miguel, that occurred mid-Wednesday afternoon when I was here. Apparently, the trainer for Kiko Martinez, Gabby Sarmiento, is going to be unable to come and corner Martinez because of a visa issue. So therefore, the onus falls on Robert Garcia to be in the corner of Kiko Martinez. I asked Kiko yesterday if he had an opportunity to speak with Robert Garcia. He hadn't yet. They are going to collaborate tomorrow late afternoon or late morning, early afternoon, and then it will be Robert Garcia in the corner of Kiko Martinez. I don't think that changes his strategy, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens in regards to the adjustments. Having talked with Leo at length on both Wednesday and Thursday, he's very focused. He claims that even though he is the favorite in this fight, he's looking at Kiko Martinez like every other opponent, someone who is dangerous, someone who has power. If he utilizes his intelligence, he should be able to get the victory. The co-main event, I think, is going to steal the show with Hugo Ruiz and Julio Ceja. Ceja finished him off in the fifth round to capture the WBC Super Bantamweight Championship. Ruiz says he needs to press the action more than what he did in the first fight. He claims that he needs to look for the knockout in round one all the way to the end of the fight. He believes he'll be able to get the best of Julio Ceja. Ceja claims he learned a lot in regards to the reach advantage for Hugo Ruiz. Ceja believes he's going to really utilize his smarts and get on the inside of Hugo Ruiz. And also, he claims he needs to be more aggressive in the fight against Ruiz and really get on the inside, because Ruiz is going to try to implement his reach advantage and stay on the outside and then work from there. So Ceja understands it's about closing the distance and making it a quick evening for Hugo Ruiz. Also, we had Gerald Washington. His fight with Oscar Rivas is off because Rivas failed an eye exam administered by the California State Athletic Commission. So they did not sanction Oscar Rivas to fight, and Gerald Washington will be put on a card down the line. So it would have been great to see the USC standout and former Navy member go ahead and get inside the ring again, but his return is going to be delayed. But I think we have a tremendous doubleheader on Showtime Championship Boxing with, Leo Santa Cruz and Kiko Martinez. Obviously, as you mentioned, Sergio Martinez is here in the corner of Kiko Martinez and is the promoter, and he's going to be around supporting his fighter. And then we have Julio Ceja and Cuatito Ruiz and Hugo Ruiz. That's going to be a barn burner, my friend.
And what we've got there is we've got two world title fights headlining the Honda Center. Now, let me ask you a question. We had Leo Santa Cruz, Kiko Martinez. You told us Martinez experiencing a little kink in his plans, not having his proper cornerman, Gabriel Sarmiento, there. But how did he look? Did they look confident, or, is his confidence waning? Is he not making eye contact? And also, did anybody suffer through the weigh-ins? Did anybody have to come back twice?
No, Miguel, no one had to suffer through the weigh-ins. I believe it was, if I stand corrected, Hugo Ruiz had to disrobe, but he didn't have any issue making weight. Everyone made weight fine. Kiko Martinez seems very relaxed. He seems very confident. I've talked to him at length the past couple of days, and he just seems ready to go. He claims that this is, even though he is a big underdog, he's going to change the opinion of the public. This is the biggest fight, such a big fight for him, and his focus is to get the win over Santa Cruz. And if he wins, he would like to see Scott Quigg get the win over Carl Frampton, because he wants to avenge that defeat. So Kiko Martinez is someone that cannot be taken lightly, although I will say that the height advantage for Leo Santa Cruz is substantial. But again, Kiko Martinez has fought anybody and everybody in boxing, at least in his weight class. So being able to fight Leo Santa Cruz, I don't think it's going to surprise him too much. If Leo's smart, he keeps him on the outside, and then he digs to the body and starts to swarm him in the second half of the fight. For Martinez, he has to set traps, bait, Leo to come inside and then land that overhand right or a right cross. That is the key to victory, in my opinion, for both sides in our main event.
Fantastic. Now, the situation for Martinez is interesting. He's a former world champion, and he's a huge underdog here. So much so that he's actually in a pretty good position because he doesn't even have to win. All he does is to push Santa Cruz, and he may make a name for himself here in the United States.
And you know what? He mentioned that in regards to an interview because I was doing a lot of translation for him during the week. And he said, if you bet on him, you're going to make a lot of money because he thinks he shocks the world. He's not even looking at it as a big upset. He's just like, listen, people are not taking me going ahead, and they're not, they're not betting on me a lot, but I'm going to, shock the world.
And that's the news coming to us live. Ray Flores, our road warrior. You can also see his work on ESPN and ESPN Chicago. And he's the ring announcer and mic controller with the Premier Boxing Champions. He's reporting to us live from the Honda Center where Leo Santa Cruz, Kiko Martinez, Julio Ceja versus Hugo Ruiz on Showtime Boxing. The weigh-ins are in the books. It's all over but the fights.